Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Dawson live stream. Basically, this live stream is about, if you followed my channel from the very beginning of the channel, when I started doing all these Let's Plays and live streams of me playing games, one of the first games I actually started a live stream was Dead Island. Now, some people might not know what Dead Island is. Dead Island is a zombie-based game. Since I got rid of the Xbox 360, since the Xbox 360 isn't there anymore, I got Dead Island pre-owned, the Game of the Year edition, to PS3. Now, it's probably going to wind up being the same setup as it was with the Xbox 360, because I do not have a capture card, and I'm currently trying to get my own gaming laptop. And then I'm going to be doing school later on, so videos might become really scarce on the channel at that time being. But basically, I will be reverting back to Dead Island. Now, when I first started doing Dead Island, when I first started the recordings of it, I didn't start from the beginning, which kind of confused a lot of people of what was going on in the game. Now, what I want to do now is go from the beginning of the game, show you like what character I select, the loadout of the character, what the character's abilities are, and there's like certain characters you can pick. One of them is good with guns. Their Fury. Fury is really helpful if you're trying to take down one of the big zombies. The way you can tell it's like one of the heavier zombies, they'll like look a bit buffer and a bit bigger than all the others, and they'll like scream really loud and like shake their arms around like very limply and just go roar. Well, that's not what they do. They have like a screech, sort of like a groan as they like shake. And then you have sprinters, you have normal zombies, but the thing that made this game really easy for me when I started doing it was I had all these OP guns. These guns were extremely OP, and I felt like I was cheating the system. Now, with the new version of the Let's Play going to be going up, I'm going to be starting from the beginning, from scratch. Meaning I will no longer have guns. I will no longer have any of the high-level weapons that you would originally start off with. Even though that this is the year edition, it does give you some perks like Dead Island game 3 DLCs. If you get the Game of the Year edition, it comes like with this stuff. You get the Bloodbath area, which is just a completely bloody pool. I don't recommend going to Bloodbath area. That area is a no-go zone. Don't ever go there at the very beginning of the game. You'll just wind up getting yourself killed. The Reaper White episode, the Raider White episode, which that episode was it I couldn't figure it out because it's vague. It really made no sense to me, to be honest. I don't even think I completely finished that episode because it was too difficult, and like you had to find a game. Hello, the Pink Wanderer 6. Do you really have to put those 3 6s there? I'm not saying that. I don't mean to criticize your name. I'm sorry, but it goes with saying, and I'm Catholic, and I'm not saying 3 6s in a row. I'm sorry. No, just no. But basically, it also comes with the Reaper mod or blueprint. And when I restart it up, I'm getting a lot of messages. Jesus. I'm still gonna be recording from my phone, so I'm gonna like have it in like a box as I record, or like having it propped up. But yeah, Dead Island is returning to the channel. Um, I'm not deleting the old one. I'm not deleting the old ones, like the old, like the first ever Dead Island Let's Play, because if you watch it, it's really good. It's more of like for fun, and I like got a new TV in my room, so I can actually do it again. But this time I will be starting from the beginning of this game, and it's the like PS3. I will be starting from the beginning. If you don't know, Dead Island takes place on, what does it say? Fight every day as if it were your last. The tropical island of Banoi. I don't know how that's pronounced. It's like Banoi. Has been struck by a relentless zombie outbreak, and you're caught in the midst of it. Survive the terror, explore the mystery, and maybe you will make it out of a paradise of the paradise. That's really horrible text. No offense, but that is really horrible text. Because it looks like there should be paradise to die for. Oh, maybe that's why. Intense pulse raising combat. Explore a beautiful open world tropical island. Thrilling story based on 4-player co-op. Okay, I'm just gonna go over this really quickly. What people didn't understand when I was doing the live stream is you cannot do 4-player or 2-player unless someone else has the game. You can't do that. It's originally a 1-player. It's an online multiplayer. You can't just plug in another controller or connect another controller and another person can play. This game is really, really weird. Trust me. But yeah, I'll be going back to basics. It will be just basically Dead Island again, but this time it will be starting from the beginning. I will not. I will like get it all set up at the beginning, like when I get into the game, because I don't want, like I said, I don't like showing so many cutscenes because it kind of spoils it for other people. But if you ever get Dead Island and you complete Dead Island, go for Dead Island, go for Riptide, which is the sequel of the first Dead Island, which is, if you look it up, it's like Dead Island Riptide. You can look up Dead Island Riptide and it will appear. But yeah, I'll be going back to this game for a while. Does this thing say Blu-ray? It does say Blu-ray disc. It's upgraded. I'll like have characters like near the edges of the screen. Like I might put this at the edge of the screen. I might put a pony at the edge of the screen. Not like too big of a character because I want to be able to see. But I'm gonna have to try and find a way to like prop up the camera because I'm recording off of a phone, so that's gonna be an issue. Yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, but I'll be going back to this. It's a really good game. It has a really good story. If you get Dead Island Riptide, takes place after the first game, which is Dead Island, and then the newer game, which was supposed to be Dead Island 2. I don't know if that's out yet, but I recommend you play the first game first. Like play the first Dead Island first, then go to Riptide, and then go to Dead Island 2, because both basically have the same premise and I think they take place at the same island. I heard Jack Black did voice one of the characters for Dead Island 2. So if you really want to play Dead Island 2, go right ahead. But I really recommend you play through Dead Island and then Dead Island Riptide. Like basically what happens after this game, I'm not going to spoil it too much. Basically after this game, at the beginning of the next game, you're on a ship. You're like on a military grade ship, and since you're immune to the thing and you've been bitten and you're immune and you never turned, they want to do experiments on you and keep you quarantined, but something goes wrong on the ship, and then the ship crashes, and they mention like while you're on the ship, they were gonna bomb the island, so they were gonna bomb the island. So in the next game, it's just basically, you can do whatever you want until like you complete the game. Just like this, it says it's a free roam. Yes, it's a free roam. You can find different quests and different things to do. If you're doing like the supply quest for Cinemoy, to get like juice boxes and food, please, here's a little tip of advice. Do not, and I repeat, do not go into the shelter, or like when you're driving. The driving's a little long, but when you're driving up to like a little hut, I recommend you clear that hut as well, because the guy there will make you Molotov cocktails, and that can come in really good handy. But trust me when I say this, there's also like a bunker. Like if you're driving up the hill past the resort, a little long way away from well, you're close to the resort, but you're nowhere near the resort. Don't go to the resort first. Don't be a moron. I learned that the hard way. Don't go to the resort first, because all your weapons are shit. They're not going to do you any good at the resort. There are a lot of the big heavy guys at the resort. Don't go there, period. Unless you go through the bungalow areas. Then try to get as close as you can and then rear back around. Don't get really close to it, because there are a lot of big zombies, and you can sort of choose their skill set. You could choose to have them at the same skill as you, or like the same level as you. And a pro tip, get your Fury first before you do anything else. Get Fury lockpicking first. If you max out lockpicking and you max out Fury, you're basically set. And then go for like stuff you can carry, because that's going to help you in the long run. And then go for sprint if you want to go for sprint. But go for Fury first. You usually hold a button down and it triggers your Fury. You're going to have a crown near your health bar, and when that crown's full, you can use Fury. But remember, it takes a long time for Fury to recharge. So use it wisely. Just remember that. But you're going to see that during the live stream. I am going back to Dead Island. I'm going to try to make it a series. But I'm going to... I might separate it into like a part series. Like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. Until like I complete it. I have no idea how long this game. Don't remember how long this game actually was, but I do. But if I'm doing this, please remember there's like blood and gore, there's drug references, intense violence, there's sexual themes, strong language, use of alcohol. I know alcohol does heal you in the game. Just be cautious of it. Don't actually drink it and use it to get your health back up. because when you drink it, it affects your vision like it would in real life. So stay if you are forced to like drink it, because sometimes the game will do that. Like your weapon will break and you accidentally hit to like attack, and it has you drinking alcohol, and it can screw you up. It can really screw you up. You can modify weapons. You'll see later if you go back into the old one. You can see like how I modified weapons. Um, do like the hardest quest I found really hard because I was never able to complete it. Was find a plane. Once you get to the forest, find a plane, because a plane goes down at the very beginning of the game. When you get to the lighthouse, they radio in saying they're crashing near the forest. Now, you're gonna get a mission that says find the crashed plane, or find the plane, and search for survivors at the plane. I could never find the plane. I don't know where it was. I didn't know where to find it, but I hope to figure that out when I go into doing this again. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. Please remember, there's a reason why that people say I'm not good at editing. Please know any edited videos on my channel are the only ones that are actually ever edited are animations and the photo ones. And basically all the gameplays are raw footage because I don't know how to edit. But I'm going to try and change that by taking up an editing class, which is why I'm trying to get a laptop so that I have that for editing class. But yeah, I'm going to try and start doing editing. I have a bunch of footage I've had in the past of like Yes I Can stuff, but I really don't know how to edit, so I can't edit the videos together. So yeah, that's the thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Look forward to seeing the Dead Island. I look forward to playing it again. I already started playing it actually, but I usually choose like the character that like is good at guns. You have one that's good at slashing, good at punching, good at hammers, good with guns, and then you have the military guy. And the military guy's campaign is a little weird. You think he'd have a gun like when he crashes, but he doesn't, which is kind of wonky because you'd think like a military personnel would have a weapon. But I'm not gonna go into that. I like started his thing on like the Xbox 360, but I never like recorded it or did the live stream of it. But yeah, look forward to seeing the Dead Island. I look forward to playing it again because its story was really good. I'm gonna find Riptide to it again. Yeah, actually, Riptide. Having both of the games, buying both of the games together is really good because as soon as you finish Dead Island, you're gonna want to play Riptide because Riptide continues where Dead Island left off. So I really recommend playing these games. They're really good. If you've seen Alien Isolation, it's like a collecting. It's like scavenge. You can craft, but you need benches to craft. Just remember, the game is really difficult, so keep that in mind. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and I hope to see you all in the next live stream, which is probably going to be of Dead Island. And I hope to see you all later. Bye bye.